All right, welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name is Scott Adamson, and today I'm going to be talking a little bit about my RedArc electrical system that I'm using in my Sprinter van. I know this is a video that everyone's been waiting for a long time, and just to let you know now, this isn't the video that you're waiting for. The reason it's not the video that you're waiting for is because I still haven't installed the system yet. Just being honest with you, the electrical is kind of the last main thing that I have left to do on the van. And before I did the electrical, there's a whole bunch of other things I just had to do around the electrical to get it ready and figure out everything I was trying to squish underneath the bed. And to be honest, the electrical is the thing I understand the least. Not that I don't understand it, it's just like I'm the least confident in the electrical stuff. So every time I'm doing it, I have to double check, triple check, and it's just not second nature for me. Whereas a lot of the other parts of the van build, it's just like riding a bike to me. So like anything in life, you do the things that are easy and you put off the things that are hard. And for me, that's been the electrical. One of the last main pieces I was waiting for my electrical system is I had this custom mounting plate made for all of the RedArc components. That's going to go underneath the bed. I'll insert a shot of that. Let me know if you're interested in me going over how I use SketchUp to design these parts. It's something that I've done. I've designed a whole bunch of sort of custom parts for the van, switch plate covers, vent fan covers, this battery plate. I designed my battery box using SketchUp. And then I work with a fabrication shop using AutoCAD to help, and they create these products for me. So if you're interested in learning that process that I'm using, let me know in the comments below and I'll put together a full video on exactly how I do all of that. One of the biggest things when I was planning my electrical system in this new van is just kind of understanding my electrical usage. When you're planning your first van, you really don't know how much you use. There's a whole bunch of tutorials online and calculators and blog posts where it's like, write down the wattage and the amperage of everything you're going to use and try to calculate. And it's just like, it's almost impossible to do that properly. And it's just, especially if you don't fully understand it. And so there's all these variables, 2000 watt inverter, 3000 watt inverter. How many batteries do I need? How much solar am I going to make? And for me, what I kind of found was that on my second van build, I learned that I could probably go to a 2000 watt inverter. So I originally bought a 2000 watt inverter. I've now flipped back to the 3000 just because I like not having to think about it. Mainly because I do use an induction cooktop. I'm probably going to get a Vitamix in this van. And if I have other things going on, I'm going to be very close to the 2000 limit. So with the 2000, you'd have to think a little bit like, can I boil water? Can I use a blender? And can I have the cooktop on? No, probably not. But with the 3000, you don't have to worry about it. So that's kind of the main item I've sort of flip-flopped back and forth. And after talking with the people at RedArc, they helped me design a really nice system using the inverter that they recommended, which is the Kotech, I think it's the SP3000 inverter that integrates with their system. That was my main change for the inverter. Is originally I'd gotten a Victron inverter, the Multiplus, because I had a Multiplus in my first van, the 3000 inverter charger. So in this van, I was like, I'll just get the 2000 because I don't need 3000. But after I made the decision to switch to RedArc, that was when, all right, I'm going to go with all their components. Okay, yeah, I don't have a real sponsor for today's video, so I'm just going to sponsor my own video and let you know about something that I've been working on for about the past, I guess it's almost 2 years now. So after living in my self-converted Sprinter van for almost 5 years, window covers were something that I used basically every single day. And my DIY window covers, they just weren't cutting it anymore. They didn't fit properly, they let light leak in everywhere, they fell down constantly, and after about 6 months of using them on the road full time, they were basically garbage. So I decided to create my own window covers. I wanted something that was completely blackout, easy to install, stayed in place, insulated the van, and lasted a really long time. A few things that I focused on was security and privacy to stop pesky eyes from peeking into the van, because I know every van lifer's had that happen. I wanted them to be totally blackout to make stealth camping easier when necessary. We've all had to do it. And sleeping in on those bright sunny days possible. And probably most importantly is temperature control. We used a foil-faced automotive insulation, which helps keep the van cool in the warm summer months, and then it helps keep the heat in the cold winter months. Over the past year, we had over 900 van lifers grab a set of our blackout insulated camper van window covers, and we have a whole bunch of new products that we're going to be launching over the course of this year. So if you're in the market for any camper van accessories or a set of our blackout insulated window covers, then please head on over to our shop. The URL is shop.thewonderful.co, and I'm going to leave a link in the description below, and I really appreciate your support. Now, back to the video. The main reason I switched to RedArc, and here's just a little bit of backstory about how I found out about the company and why I'm going to use them in this build. In my first van, a lot of people have seen in videos I call it command center or control center, and it was the area above the sink where I had all of the switching. So I had all of the switches, I had my battery monitor, I had my solar monitor, I had my tank monitor, I had a temperature gauge in there. And all of these components, none of them worked together. None of them talked to each other. They were all independent systems. And I was really looking for a solution that integrated everything together. The first solution I came across was from a company called Pico, I think. It's P-I-C-O. And it's Pico Cimarine. I don't know if that's the name of the company or the name of the product. But they had a really nice display. And that display, you could have a display that did your battery, your solar, your tank levels, your temperature sensor. And I was basically sold on their product. It looks beautiful. It's kind of like an Apple style design. The interfaces are really nice. And that was it. That was the system I was going to use, and I was going to figure it out. But after doing some research, I found RedArc. And RedArc had a very similar system. They had what was called the Red Vision, which was part of their TVMS, which is their total vehicle management system. And not only did their Red Vision monitor allow me to monitor all of the things that I wanted to monitor, but it also had a unique capability to control the devices. So it not only did it get rid of the monitoring problem I had in the old van where everything was separate, but I could also incorporate switches. So now I got rid of the monitors and the switch panel, and it's all in one clean unit that has a phone app that's all integrated. It highly reduces the amount of wiring. And that was kind of the main thing that turned me on to RedArc. Before I'd even talked to them, I was like, I'm sold on this Red Vision monitor. I need it. Go to their website, send them an email, and they don't sell it in North America. But I got lucky. It turns out they were getting ready to launch in North America. And because my van build has taken me so long, I was able to get on a wait list and actually get one of the first, not the first, but one of the first few Red Visions that was in Canada. And they've been amazing to work with. Their support has been great. They answer all of my questions in a timely manner and never make me feel like an idiot, which, like I said, this is the thing that I lack the most confidence in. It's not second nature. So having someone I can reach out to and help me understand the best way to utilize their components has been huge. So kind of once I decided I was going to use the Red Vision, then I went down the rabbit hole of what other RedArc products could I incorporate into this van, because I just loved the way everything worked together and talked together. It just seemed like such a plug-and-play system. And on my channel and in my van build videos, a lot of people watch these videos and they're looking for advice. They're looking for feedback, and they're watching these videos because they're trying to learn. And electrical being one of the hardest things to do on the van, I thought that by using the RedArc system, I would be able to kind of show people how to put in a really high quality system in their van and eliminate a lot of the headaches and uncertainties that come with planning your own system. So that's been my goal with working with RedArc. That's why I'm using mainly RedArc components. And once I've got the system installed, I will have a full overview video of kind of everything, how it goes together, how it all plug and plays, and the benefits of choosing each component. So this video isn't the full rundown video that everyone's looking for in the install video. I just wanted to kind of talk more about why I'm using the system. And now I'm just going to touch quickly on the components that I did end up choosing to use with RedArc after getting my wiring diagram planned out and deciding exactly what I was going to use. So number one is the Red Vision monitor. The Red Vision monitor also comes with the distribution box. And the distribution box is kind of like a centralized fuse panel that allows, it's kind of the main brain of everything. So everything talks to the distribution panel. So I'm using the Red Vision tied with the distribution panel. I'm also using their 50 amp DC to DC charger. I'm going to be using the Manager 30, which is it's a 30 amp DC to DC charger. It's a battery charger, and it's a solar charge controller. I got all of my fusing from RedArc, so they have all of the fusing that they helped me design the system for. So they were able to supply me with all of the fuses. And they also have I don't even know the exact name of the device, and it's escaping me. I'll stick a picture of it on the screen and the name of it. But basically, it's a device that helps you kind of tie the it's almost like the Blue Sea SI ACR, the automatic charge relay, but it's RedArc's version of that, and it allows you to combine the house batteries with the vehicle batteries and do the alternator charging. It's kind of handled through this device. So those are the devices I'm using. That's why I decided to go with RedArc. I'm also using the Kotech SP3000 inverter that I mentioned before. RedArc doesn't actually make their inverters. On their website, they have inverters, but they are actually just RedArc branded Kotech inverters, they told me. So that's why they recommended in Canada, North America, just use Kotech, because right now their branded inverter is only available in Australia, which is where they're from. So hopefully that you can kind of see my thought process and where I wanted to go with everything and what I was hoping to accomplish by using the RedArc system. Originally, it was just the monitoring all in one. I wanted my battery state of charge, so my SOC. I wanted my my solar data. I wanted my tank sensors. I wanted my temperature control. And then the ability to also turn devices on and off using either the phone app or the Red Vision monitor itself just streamlines all of my wiring, all of my switching into one clean, simple panel on the van. So hopefully that information helps you guys with your upcoming van build, and we'll see you in the next video.